Well, g'day, welcome back to the channel. Join me as we go on a ride of the highs and lows of the first 2 weeks of school. Should I say a week and a half? Let's crack on with it. So yeah, it's been the first week and a half of school. If you tuned into the YouTube shorts, you would have seen the highs and lows of the week and a half that has been, with the exception of the suspension. So the first 2 days of school, brilliant. We were ready, good to go, get ready. Couldn't stop the little one from getting ready at 5:30 in the morning, having brekkie, sorting her bag out, sorting her lunch out. Had life more sorted than myself at that point, which was perfect. Done the drop off. Mwah. Few early afternoons, about 12:30, expected, build that resilience up. Then disaster struck, or did it? So the kids went with their mum on the Wednesday, as you know, the roster we got going dictates with work and so on, as we're slave to the shifts and ebbs of work and so on. Everything was a normal morning. I went to work, not thinking anything was wrong. X got the little one ready, as per normal. Got the oldest one good to go. Done the drop off, went to plan, perfect. Can't remember if it was Wednesday or Thursday now. Yeah, I think that was probably Thursday. So the Wednesday went well, which was the first day with mum. Was that my drop off? I can't remember. Days roll into one, but that's not the point. What I'm trying to get through. What I'm trying to get through is, come Thursday, masking all week at school, and bang, that mask come off, and she was ready to rumble. That meltdown just went explosions. Unfortunately, it's part and parcel with kids on the spectrum. What we've got to put up with the parents is those types of those issues, I guess. However, the school, on the other hand, locked her in the room, kept the door shut. She trashed the whole classroom, smashed the computer, almost electrified herself, and effectively tried to stab herself with scissors. So in theory, it's self-harm. No emergency services weren't called, which we're pretty shitty with at the moment. However, that's been investigated by her behavioural therapist. She has taken the matter further. Obviously not going to leave any names or school names and stuff out there, just in case it does get escalated even higher above what we've already escalated it to. Obviously along comes the meltdown, comes suspension. In the autistic kid's mind, it's not a what you call it, it's not a deterrent. It's not like, oh my god, I've been suspended, I was naughty, I will never do it again. Nope. Peaks of dopamine, and it's a reward system. Oh, if I do a meltdown, sweet, I get the afternoon off school, and then the next day off school. And then you got to sit there and talk to the child. Hey, this is what happened on a Thursday. This is why we're not at school on a Friday. All weekend, gone through their poor little minds. Oh my God, was I naughty? Was I naughty? What did I do? I can't remember what I done. Rolls around to Sunday evening, and the anxiety kicks in. Anxiety, do the normal melatonin. We use Catapress too to help her sleep. Goes to bed, reasonable time, and then what do you know? Wakes up at 3:30, full of anxiety, doesn't want to go to school, and so on. Woke me up at 3:30 while she's sleeping with Nanny, and pleaded with me all morning that she wasn't right for school. Obviously, because they've gone through this emotional trauma from the previous week. You know, you got to do what's right by the child, and gave her that day off to sort of rest and reset, as she wasn't too sure why she had Friday off in the first place. Fast forward to the Monday, the anxiety kicked in, realised what she had done, why she was off on the Friday, and pretty much worried to go back to school in case she'd done it again. In case they do feel this sense of, oh my God, do people like me? Did I do wrong? This embarrassment they feel as well. They feel everything, unfortunately. Not many people see that, and then they don't normally see the good quality that comes out of these children, which is really annoying, I guess, in a sense, because all they see at school are these kids going off, losing their temper when they demask. And one of the reasons they do demask in these situations is A, probably can't control it, and B, they're in a safe place, they're at school. So they feel they can let their defensive down a little bit. So I suppose that's a good thing that they feel safe and comfortable at school, because that's what we're looking for. But on the downside to that is the stuff that comes with it, the anxiety, the parental stress from work, the going to school to actually de-escalate the situation because the school can't do it. Whether that's the right thing to do or not, let me know in the comments if school done the right thing there, locked her in the room while she was having a meltdown, or should they gone in to try and stem the flow of it? Should they then, this is my argument too, that I try to talk to the school about then, the past 12 months leading into this year. If the kid gets escalated at school, is it the school's duty of care then to de-escalate the child and bring them up to a certain state to re-entry into the classroom to continue schooling? Or do they just send them home and go, we can't do anything about it because we weren't trained in it? I'm not going to play devil's advocate. I'm going to leave it to you guys to pop your thoughts in the comments should you choose to do so. Personally, I think they should have extra training for this in their curricula when they go through uni, because a lot of kids now are pretty much getting diagnosed with autism, ADHD, and a few other behavioural, for better words, what do you call it? Disablement, I guess. Mental factors. So where do you guys think of it? Personally, I think there should be a bit more training within the schools. They should utilise a little bit more force, I guess, without hurting the child. Obviously there's going to be your woke parents out there saying, do not touch my children, they're butterflies, their wings will fall off or something. But as you know, for those of you who do have kids on the spectrum that do fly off the deep end, it takes some force to stop them. So, use the force that's reasonable and necessary to control the situation without obviously hurting the child and try and putting that child into more stress than what they are actually in. Obviously it's a fine line there. There's a big legality issue there, probably moral, and to an extent a religious type moral background in there too. So there's I can understand there's lots of different parameters stopping why they don't do it, but there's got to be a few things that have to give so they can do it. Personally speaking, that's me from the heart with that. But rolling for the last 2 days, obviously the YouTube short I put out on the Monday, come Tuesday when she went back to school. So yesterday my anxiety was peaking to the point where when I have anxiety I suffer with vertigo, head spins from it. And I was feeling very dizzy and whatnot when I got home, waiting for that call or that text message to say something's happened. Unfortunately, nothing did happen. She was very fatigued, come home at 11, and the same today. But things are looking positive. So hopefully we can continue that momentum for the rest of the year. Hopefully school can jump on board and help try and make a bit more resilience in A, themselves, B, in the child who stay at school for a bit longer. That would be absolutely brilliant. That would be a dream come true. And I know there'll be a lot of parents out there planning and praying for the same thing for their children and their friends' children and so on, and their grandchildren, and obviously if you're the caregiver, bang, for you guys too. So if you do agree or disagree, please feel free to drop a comment or two down in the comment section. And if you do like these types of videos I'm throwing out at you, please like and subscribe to the channel to help me raise awareness for autism. So like I said, my main goal is to raise awareness for people on the spectrum. My focus has kind of shifted a little to finding support for the parents out there and the caregivers. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at on my quest to make autism sort of known around the community, so people can actually appreciate what it is and not judge people or autistic children when they're in the meltdown state, or when they're stimming in public, or when their kid walks around with ear defenders on in the shopping centre. They get these weird looks, and us as parents know why, because we've seen it and lived it. General public haven't, and a disability that you can't see isn't there for most people, especially the older generation. You bloody boomers, looking at you guys, okay? But anyway, thanks for watching and tuning in to today's video. And remember guys, peace, love and autism. Love yous.